Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namene Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vacharine Nivishesha Sunyavadi Vajjata Satarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Haraye Namah Krishna Jadavaya Namah Hari Hara Govinda Ram Srimadu Sudana Hari Bal Hari Bal Hari Bal Hari Bal Jaya Rukmini Dvadasi Rukmini Dvadasi Rukmini Dvadasi Rukmini Dvadasi Jagannath, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. Bhakra Dvadasi, Pangulangai Tegan, Yachkit Bhatavahandale, Sigurandhinayanam, Paramananda Madhavam, Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to all of you.
Welcome to all of you.
I had a stroke some years ago also. What I say will be repeated.
I had a stroke some years ago, so what I say will be repeated.
so that you can really understand.
so that you can understand.
Today is a very special day.
Today is a very special day.
Prabhupada, he named this place as New Dwarka.
Prabhupada, he named this place as New Dwarka.
And this presiding deity is Rukmini and Dwarkadish.
And this presiding deity is Rukmini and Dwarkadish.
And the Utsav Murti is Rukmini Dwarkanath.
And the Utsav Murti is Rukmini Dwarkanath.
In Guwahati, Assam,
In Guwahati, Assam,
we also have the deity of Rukmini Krishna.
we also have the deity of Rukmini Krishna.
I don't think anywhere else in the world has.
However, I don't think anywhere else in the world has.
So, when Krishna expands from Raja to Mathura to Dwarka,
When Krishna expands from Vraja Mathura to Dwaraka,
simultaneously Radharani expands also.
simultaneously Radharani expands also.
So in Dwarka, she's known as Rukmini.
So in Dwaraka, she's known as Rukmini.
And Rukmini was a daughter of King Bhishmaka.
Rukmini was the daughter of King Bhishmaka.
And he had 5 sons and 1 daughter.
And he had 5 sons and 1 daughter.
So all 4 sons, 4 of the 5, wanted Rukmini to be married with Krishna.
So all 4 sons, 4 of the 5, wanted Rukmini to be married with Lord Krishna.
The oldest son,
But the oldest son,
Rukmaha,
Rukmi,
he wanted her to be married to his sister Paul.
he wanted her to be married to Shishupal.
He made a big issue
He made a big issue
and had an alliance made with sister Paul to the beginning.
and had an alliance made with Shishupal and Rukmini.
They were engaged.
They were engaged.
But Rukmini, she being a princess,
Rukmini, she being a princess,
she knew a little bit about diplomacy.
she knew a little bit about diplomacy.
So she sent a Brahmin
So she sent a Brahman
to act as messenger.
to act as her messenger.
Since many great sages came to visit her father,
Since many great sages came to visit her father,
she'd hear from them about Krishna,
she would hear from them about Krishna,
how he has a full opulence,
how he has full opulence,
and full of wealth,
full wealth,
strength,
strength,
beauty,
beauty,
fame,
fame,
knowledge,
knowledge,
and renunciation.
and renunciation.
So she decided that she wanted to marry him.
So she decided that she wanted to marry him.
So she sent a messenger to Krishna
So she sent a message to Krishna
that although they think I'm shameless,
that although you may think I'm shameless,
how an unmarried girl
how an unmarried girl
is approaching you,
is approaching you,
but she went on to glorify Krishna,
but she went on and glorified Krishna,
and how he is the husband of everybody,
that how he is the husband of everybody,
and that she had decided that she wanted to be his maidservant,
and that she had decided that she wanted to be his maidservant,
and that he's the lion of men.
And that he's a lion man.
Lion of men.
The lion of men.
He's the same person of all people.
He's the supreme person of all people.
So on.
And so on.
So she proposed that he please come and take her away.
So she proposed that he please come and take her away.
Gave a plan when the good time to do that was to have less lateral injuries.
She gave a plan to say what a good time was to have less lateral injuries.
She thought all these things out.
She thought all these things out.
That they would go on a procession
That they would go on a procession
to the temple of Goddess Durga.
to the temple of Goddess Durga.
Although they are normally Vishnu Bhaktas.
Although they're normally Vishnu Bhaktas,
For this some things like marriage, they go to the temple of Samdeva.
but when there are some things like marriage, they go to the temple of Samdeva
To get a blessing.
to get blessings.
So she suggested that while she was in procession to go to the Durga temple,
So she suggested that while she was in procession to go to the Durga temple,
that would be a good time to kidnap her.
that would be a good time to kidnap her.
This system was observed amongst Kshatriyas,
This system was observed among Kshatriyas,
amongst the kingly class.
among the kingly class.
It's called the Rakshasa marriage.
It's called the Rakshasa marriage.
And she was a very beautiful princess.
And she was a very beautiful princess.
And there were many young men had hoped to get her hand.
And many men had hoped to get her hand.
Somehow,
But somehow,
Sisipal, he got the betrothal.
Shishupal got the betrothal.
Betrothal.
The betrothal.
Sisipal is a professional enemy of Lord Krishna.
Shishupal is a professional enemy of Lord Krishna.
And Krishna, out of the blue,
So Krishna, out of the blue,
he drove up
he drove up.
and he took Rukmini on his chariot,
And he took Rukmini on his chariot
just drove off.
and just drove off.
Everybody was Joshua said, "What happened? What happened?"
Everybody said, "What happened? What happened?"
This is all. What are you doing?
Shishupal, what are you doing?
Your bride is being taken away.
Your bride is being taken away.
So, Sister Dal and the elder brother Rukmini,
So Shishupal and the elder brother Rukmaha,
they pursued Lord Krishna.
they pursued Lord Krishna.
And Krishna, he was so expert.
Krishna was so expert.
He shot their bowstrings.
He shot their bowstrings.
So, they couldn't do anything.
So they couldn't do anything.
Like this, he defeated everybody.
Like this, he defeated everybody.
The only one who pursued was Rukmini.
The only one he pursued was Rukmaha.
And so Rukmini engaged Krishna in a sword fight.
So Rukmaha engaged Krishna by his sword fight.
So Krishna disarmed him.
So Krishna disarmed him.
And Rukmini said,
And Rukmini said,
on the night of our marriage,
on the night of our marriage,
not good to kill my brother.
it's not good to kill my brother.
So he trimmed his beard and mustache.
So he chopped his beard and mustache
Unusual way. In an unusual way.
in an unusual way.
In other words, he looked pretty weird.
And he looked pretty weird.
Balaram then showed up.
Balaram then showed up.
Our family doesn't do these things.
Our family doesn't do these things.
Why are you done like this?
Why have you done like this?
Anyway,
Anyway,
then they proceeded to take Rukmini back to Dwarka.
then they proceeded to take Rukmini back to Dwarka.
Now, there's temples all over Gujarat
Now there are temples all over Gujarat
where Krishna's worshipped as Rancha,
where Krishna is worshipped as Ranchor,
because Jarasandha had attacked him with 23 Akshahinis,
because Jarasandha had attacked him with 23 Akshohinis.
and well, then Krishna got the message that he should go and save Rukmini.
And when Krishna got the message that he should go and save Rukmini,
He left the battle.
he left the battle.
Normally, if the king leaves the battle
Normally, if a king leaves the battle
without fighting,
without fighting,
he's considered a coward.
he's considered a coward.
Called Ranchor means one who gives up the fight.
Ranchor means one who gives up the fight.
But Krishna, everything he does
But Krishna, everything he does
is considered special by the devotees.
is considered special by the devotees.
And he had defeated Jarasandha
And he had defeated Jarasandha
17 times before.
17 times before.
No, not one more time.
So, one more time.
Instead,
Instead,
he walked without arms
he walked without arms
to some nearby mountain,
to some nearby mountain,
climbed up the mountain
climbed up the mountain
many miles,
many miles,
and the top was always raining.
and at the top it was always raining.
So there's under cloud cover.
There it's under cloud cover.
Jarasandha followed him.
So Jarasandha followed him.
So I'll get him now.
I'll get him now.
'Cause he thought that Krishna's an ordinary human being.
He thought that Krishna is an ordinary human being,
He couldn't find Krishna.
but he couldn't find Krishna.
So I lit out the mountain out of the forest fires.
So he lit up the mountain with forest fires.
I think they have those in Southern California a lot.
I think they have those in Southern California a lot.
So I thought that Krishna would be burnt.
So he thought that Krishna would be burnt.
Krishna Balaram jumped
But Krishna and Balaram jumped
88 miles.
88 miles.
I think about the Olympics.
Think about the Olympics.
He jumps 88 miles.
He jumps 88 miles.
Long jump.
A long jump.
And then he went and Jarasandha thought he had finished Krishna.
Jarasandha thought that he had finished Krishna.
But Krishna showed up and saved Rukmini
But Krishna showed up and saved Rukmini
in the nick of time.
And then,
in the nick of time.
in the nick of time.
So Rukmini was the first queen.
So Rukmini was the first queen.
And in the Chaitanya Mangal,
In the Chaitanya Mangal,
as the pastime,
there's a pastime
where Krishna is going to the house of the
where Krishna is going to the house of Rukmini,
palace,
the palace.
and then all the residents of the palace prepare the palace to receive Krishna.
And Rukmini and all the residents of the palace prepare the palace to receive Krishna.
They clean everything,
They clean everything,
and Rukmini herself participates in cleaning.
and Rukmini herself participates in cleaning.
And put some sugarcane on the doorway,
She puts some sugarcane at the doorway,
full water pots,
full water pots,
had Brahmins chanting mantras,
had Brahmins chanting mantras,
musicians playing music,
musicians playing music,
dancers to dance.
dancing dancers to dance.
All the kids were decorated quite nicely
All kids were decorated very nicely
to receive their product.
to receive their father.
Early Queen Krishna had 10 sons and 1 daughter.
From every queen, Krishna had 10 sons and 1 daughter.
Everyone.
Everyone.
All 16,108.
All 16,108.
He would do things in a big way.
He would do things in a big way.
And when I think, well, what's the use of being a co-wife? There are 16,000 other wives.
One may think, oh, what's the use of being a co-wife if you have 16,100 other wives?
But Krishna extended himself.
But Krishna expanded himself.
One, Krishna came from the royal office, royal court.
Krishna came from the royal court.
When he stepped down of his chariot,
When he stepped down off his chariot,
16,108 Krishnas entered into the 16,108 palaces.
16,108 Krishnas headed into the 16,108 palaces.
The next day when he came back,
Then the next day when he came back,
16,000 Krishnas merged into one.
16,000 Krishnas merged into one.
Anyway, so Rukmini, she greets Krishna at the doorway.
Anyway, so Rukmini greets Krishna at the doorway.
I think I told this story.
I think I told this story here.
But she sends the children one by one.
She sends her children one by one.
Now, they pay respect to the father.
And they pay respect to the father.
He smells their head.
He smells their hair.
He blesses them
He blesses them
like this.
like this.
Brahmins chant mantras.
Brahmins chant mantras.
All auspicious reception.
All auspicious reception.
Then Krishna goes into Rukmini's and their private area.
Then Krishna goes into Rukmini's, their private area.
And Rukmini bathes Lord Krishna's lotus feet.
And Rukmini bathes Lord Krishna's lotus feet.
But Krishna sees that she's crying.
But Krishna sees that she's crying.
Why are you crying?
Why are you crying?
It's a happy moment.
He said it's a happy moment.
So why are you crying?
He said, "Why are you crying?"
As one of your maidservants not listened, or
Has one of your maidservants not listened?
one of your children are answering back?
Or are the children answering back?
Rukmini shook her head.
Rukmini shook her head.
You know everything.
You know everything.
You're Bhagavan.
You're Bhagavan.
You know what Brahma is doing in Satyaloka.
You know what Brahma is doing in Satyaloka.
You know what Shiva is doing in Kailash.
You know what Shiva is doing in Kailash.
Is this the one thing you don't know?
Is this the one thing you don't know?
Krishna was surprised.
Krishna was surprised.
One devotee says something he doesn't know.
What devotee says there's something that he doesn't know?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
And so he was coaxing her.
So he was coaxing her.
She said, Radharani knows.
She said, Radharani knows, I know,
He said, you don't know.
except you don't know.
Oh, what is it?
Well, what is it?
You don't know
You don't know
how much your devotees love you,
how much your devotees love you,
and in what way we love you.
and in what way we love you.
If you promise you'll never leave my palace,
If you promise to never leave my palace,
then I will cry.
then I won't cry.
I know that now you come,
But I know that now you've come,
then you'll go.
and then you'll go.
So I can't help but cry.
So I can't help but cry.
So I took Rukmini by his side,
So he took Rukmini by his side,
and he wiped away her tears.
and he wiped away her tears,
And spoke to her.
and spoke to her.
But just then,
But just then,
Narad Muni came.
Narad Muni came.
Oh, Gurudev!
Oh, Gurudev.
Because he was playing the part of a king.
Because he was playing the part of a king.
So he treated the Brahmins and sages with respect.
So he treated the Brahmins and sages with respect.
He gave Narad Muni a special seat,
He gave Narad Muni a special seat,
Guru's seat.
the Guru's seat. Oh.
And so then he poured water.
So Rukmini poured water.
Krishna massaged it on his feet.
And Krishna massaged it in on his feet.
But what Krishna saw, that Narad Muni was distressed.
But Lord Krishna saw that Narad Muni was distressed.
What a day.
What a day.
My Guru is always peaceful.
My Guru is always peaceful,
But you're distressed.
but you're distressed.
And my wife, she says that there's something I don't know.
And my wife, she says there's something I don't know.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
What's your anxiety?
What's your anxiety?
Narad Muni spoke
Narad Muni spoke
that I can see that your pastimes are soon going to come to an end.
That I can see that your pastimes are soon going to come to an end.
When you leave this planet,
When you leave this planet,
this universe, Kali Yuga will start.
Kali Yuga will start.
So I'm worried.
So I'm worried.
How will the people in Kali Yuga get your mercy?
How will the people in Kali Yuga get your mercy?
And then he said that, okay,
And then he said, okay,
my queen said there's something I don't know.
my queen said there's something I don't know.
My guru is in anxiety about Kali Yuga.
My guru is in anxiety about Kali Yuga.
I'll come again
So I'll come again
in Kali Yuga.
in Kali Yuga.
And I'll be thy devotee.
And I'll be my devotee.
So I will research
So I will research
what my queen said,
what my queen said,
what Rukmini said,
what Rukmini said,
what my devotees feel for me,
what my devotees feel for me,
how much they love me,
how much they love me
by becoming a devotee.
by becoming a devotee.
And while a devotee,
And while a devotee,
I'll just do the Harinam Sankirtan
I'll distribute the Harinam Sankirtan
to all the people.
to all the people.
So this way he would satisfy Rukmini, Devi, and Narad Muni.
So in this way he satisfied Rukmini Devi and Narad Muni.
And later on, Narad Muni, when he was wanted the Lord to come down,
And later on, when Narad Muni wanted the Lord to come down,
he went to Golok,
he went to Golok,
the highest planet in the spiritual world.
the highest planet in the spiritual world.
There, and there's a place called Svetadip,
There's a place called Shweta Dweep,
on which reside Lord Chaitanya,
on which resides Lord Chaitanya,
the devotee form of Krishna.
the devotee form of Krishna.
So there, on one side there's Radha and all the gopis.
So there on one side, there's Radha and all the gopis.
On the other side,
On the other side,
Rukmini and all the queens.
there was Rukmini and all the queens.
So they're doing all these acts of Lord Krishna.
So they were doing Abhishek of Lord Krishna.
And Narad Muni,
And Narad Muni came up,
paid us obedience.
paid his obeisances.
So Krishna Chaitanya said,
So Krishna Chaitanya said,
Narad Muni to go inside his quarters.
to Narad Muni to come inside his quarters.
And they asked him what he wanted.
And he asked him what he wanted.
And he told what it was told in Dwarka.
And he told what he was told in Dwaraka.
So Lord Chaitanya came out,
So Lord Chaitanya came out,
said, I'm going to appear in the universe of the four-headed Brahma.
and he said, I'm going to appear in the universe of the four-headed Brahma.
And which of you want to assist me?
And which of you want to assist me?
So he got some volunteers.
So he got some volunteers.
Radharani and other gopis.
Radharani and other gopis.
Rukmini, Satyabhama.
Rukmini, Satyabhama.
So he said, I'm going to preach all over India.
So he said, I'm going to preach all over India.
Those people who are far away
But those people who are far away
and don't get my mercy
and don't get my mercy
after 500 years,
after 500 years,
one devotee will come,
One devotee will come,
a Senapati Bhakta,
a Senapati Bhakta,
and he will distribute the Harinam Sankirtan
and he will distribute the Harinam Sankirtan
all over the world.
all over the world.
Bhagavati.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
So, last year I wrote a song,
Last year I wrote a song,
Senapati Bhakta,
Senapati Bhakta,
and that's about Brahma.
and that's about Prabhupada.
Anyway, so Rukmini, in one sense, she's one of the causes of Lord Krishna coming as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Anyway, in one sense, Rukmini is one of the causes of Lord Krishna coming as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
And we heard that when Prabhupada was here
And we heard that when Prabhupada was here
in Dwarka,
at New Dwarka,
that the small deities of Rukmini and Dwarkanath
that the small deities of Rukmini and Dwarkanath
told Srila Prabhupada
told Srila Prabhupada
he should also preach in India.
that he should also preach in India.
So today is the 10th day of Rukmini,
So today is the appearance day of Rukmini,
and she's the extension of Radharani.
and she's the expansion of Radharani.
And since our temple here is known as New Dwarka,
And since our temple here is known as New Dwarka,
it's a special for us.
this is a special festival for us.
Any question?
Any question?
All the Lakshmis are extensions from Radharani.
All the Lakshmis are expansions from Radharani.
She expands into all Gopis,
She expands into gopis,
Ranis,
Ranis,
Lakshmis.
and Lakshmis.
Satyabhama was Jagadananda Pandit in Chaitanya Lila.
Satyabhama was Jagadananda Pandit in Chaitanya Lila.
Radharani is Radharani.
And Gadadhar is Radharani.
So I'll let you all attend the arti
So I'll let you all attend the Arati.
and the other festivities. After the arti, the other festivities.
After the Arati, there will be other festivities.
If you want to know more about Prabhupada,
If you want to know more about Prabhupada,
I think that the Hare Krishna movie tries to tell what of how great Prabhupada was.
I think the Hare Krishna movie tries to tell more of how great Srila Prabhupada was.
last week
Last week,
was discussed by Bhakti Swami and the hospital.
that was discussed by Bhakti Charu Swami and Shavas Prabhu and Yaduvar.
Hare Krishna. Let's go. Yeah, just a little bit about this Hare Krishna film. Last week we did some ceremony here. We had like a little bit of a trailer that we showed.